Okay. Okay. Is the chat working? I don't know how this works. Is the microphone working? I think so. Hi. Is the microphone working? I don't know. It is. I think I can hear myself. So yeah. Okay. So apparently it's working. I'm just gonna put it on Instagram. That I got the link for the video. I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on YouTube. Come say hi, boys, babies. I'm gonna put. Link is the bio. Okay. Enough. Okay. Okay, cool. It's working. I don't know if it kind of lagged the sound. It's kind of, yeah, whatever. I also feel like I need some decoration, you know, for here for the wall. Yeah, my room is pretty boring how it is. I've been thinking about what to get, and I always think of this like on Mondays. And I always say like I work during the week, so I say like on Sunday, on Saturday or Sunday or Friday, I'm gonna go buy something. But then I never do. I always forget during the weekends. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm not the best at remembering to buy things. So I think it's something I should pay more attention to, because everything just being like boring and white is the worst. Yeah. Should pay more attention to the way I live. So yeah. I bought this microphone like thinking that I would get to use it for all of this cool kind of stuff doing music. And I haven't used it for musical stuff ever. Sometimes use it for my demos, but it's not the same. I feel like once I start doing live shows, maybe I will get to use it more, because it's like a digital recorder. It's not really a microphone, but I use it as a microphone because I feel bad not using it. Oh yeah, that is a rose on my hoodie. I bought it at H&M. I'm not a big fan of fast fashion, but all of the other designs were pretty ridiculous. So this one seemed kind of subtle compared to the others. It's okay. It's pretty cool. And it's black. It was kind of the only black hoodie. So life in Austria. Yeah, it's cold right now. In Chile, it never really gets that cold. Like the coldest it gets where I live, it's like -2 in the morning, you know? So when you're awake, it's never that cold, but I feel like 0 degrees in Chile is a lot colder than -5 or -6 here for some weird reason. Uh, well, you can ask all the questions that you want. I'm just chilling here, trying to see how live streams work. I know I need to get a better camera. There are some very cheap webcams, so I'm planning on getting one of those. I'll probably buy some posters at the same time for my room. And yeah, life in Austria is great. German has been kind of hard so far. So, because also I'm working right now and I don't really need German at work. I only speak in English. And that makes everything like it makes the language harder to learn because I don't actually need the language at all, you know? Like I just need to learn very few things, how to order food, and I already kind of have that. And even if you do it terribly, like people understand you because people that work in restaurants are usually also immigrants, so they know the struggle, I guess. Yeah. And other than that, life is pretty chill. I've made some good friends. But it's kind of hard making friends if you don't really go out and, I don't know, have a couple of beers or something. It's really kind of hard meeting people. And yeah, but it's cool. Right now, I need to start doing all the paperwork for extending my visa, because right now my visa, the one I have, is until the first week of March. And yeah, until the first week of March. So I need to start doing it now because it's a lot of paperwork. I need to do an English test. I need to get some papers from Chile, like my university degrees and everything. And I'm not the biggest fan of paperwork, especially since things in Chile are very slow. And it's kind of a mess right now with the whole political situation. So nobody's working at all. Like a month ago, everyone was working like until lunchtime and then they stopped working. So nothing could be done at all. And all of the paperwork, those people are the ones that work the least, in public services in general. So yeah, I need to start doing that right now. I need to stop being lazy because it takes like 8 weeks to do this whole process. So it would be like just in time. If I turned in the papers today, it would be like just in time before my visa runs out. So yeah, I need to do it. And yeah, -2 is super cold as well, where I'm from. And it's not really that common. In Chile, in Santiago, it's only common because I live in the mountains. Like, not really the mountains, but in the hills. Um, and it sometimes snows, but not really. In here, it already snows a lot more. Like, it's not even winter yet, and it's already snowed a few times. And it's, I don't know, it feels nice because I can walk everywhere. I don't really, in Chile, you need to take a bus or drive to get anywhere. You can't really walk in Santiago. So I don't know, it's really kind of the worst. Here I can walk, so it's no big deal if it's snowing. I do want to be fluent in German. Yeah, that would be the dream. It's one of the things that I proposed, like, it was one of my goals when I decided to leave Chile. Like, my main goal was, like, when I was sick of work, I was like really tired and back then, and I was feeling kind of stuck. I started thinking and I thought, where do I want to be when I'm 35? What do I want to be doing? Uh, where do I want to be? I don't know. What do I want to know? And the only thing that I really, really could like agree with myself was that I wanted to know at least one new language. And I didn't really care which language I learned. That's why before coming here, I thought about going to Austria. I mean, I thought about going to Germany. I thought about going to Poland. I thought about going to Sweden, Czech Republic, even Hungary, I thought. And in the end, I decided that if I was going to learn any language, it would be better if it was a useful one. Like, if I learn Hungarian, I'm sure it's a fascinating language to learn, but it wouldn't be useful anywhere except in Hungary. So then German was the best option, and then everyone was already in Germany. I know a lot of people there, but a lot of Chilean people started going to Germany, and I was like, nah, I'm not into that. Better just go somewhere else, and that's how I ended up in Austria. It was pretty random. Like, I actually never thought I would be living in Austria at all. I never thought I would be learning German, first of all. It's kind of the language that I never had any intention of learning. I never had any interest in it. But in the end, it's pretty useful, I guess, because nobody wants to learn it. Nobody from outside of Germany, obviously, and Austria. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's the most useful one of all the other options, like Hungarian or Czech, you know. German seems to be a pretty solid option, and then I would be able to, from what I understand, other languages are pretty close to that. So, like Dutch, which is something I always wanted to learn. Like, if Dutch had been, like, going to the Netherlands had been an option, I would have been there. I would have gone there instead of going to Germany or Austria, because I've always wanted to live there, and learn the language. But here I am, learning German, or trying to, because every time I try to speak the language, everyone can immediately tell that I don't speak the language. So they always go back to English. Even if they speak worse English than my German, I feel like I make them more uncomfortable by speaking terribly. So yeah, I can take it. They're bad English, just so I don't put them in horrible positions. The best thing about Austria so far, I don't know. People are very polite. Some of them are. I mean, in general, people here are kind of. I don't want to say cold because they're very welcoming and very polite and nice. But it's like in Chile. Like it's hard making, like coming from a random place and trying to make a new life and make friends. Yeah, that's a hard thing. But I like it. And what else is good about Austria? Something that I like about Austria now is that there's no smoking in bars. Like when I arrived here in March, you could smoke inside the bars, and it was horrible. That was like my first culture shock because I felt that it was like, I don't know, the 1960s or something. So yeah, I also like that Austria is pretty cheap. The quality of life seems to be amazing. Definitely better than in Chile. You have all of your basics covered. You make pretty good money, and at least where I'm living in Graz, it's also extremely cheap compared to, I don't know, Vienna or Berlin or Frankfurt. So yeah, it's kind of a small town though, so it's also not really international, and that's another thing. Like it's not easy to make friends when you're making, hey, hey, from New York. Yeah, um, it's not easy to make friends when it's not really international and everything is in German and you don't speak German, and you feel, I don't know, you feel weird kind of forcing people to speak in English when everyone else speaks German. So it's one of my things that I have to um, learn so I don't put people in weird situations. My German pronunciation is great. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I try I rehearsed that a bit. I gotta be honest. I rehearsed that until it was decent because if I had read something or tried to say something for the first time, it would be horrible and no one would understand anything at all. But thank you. When are you coming back though to Vienna? Yeah. And so yeah, I'll try to improve in my German. Like I said, the hardest part about German is that you really have to go way out of your way to read in German or listen to stuff in German because all the best content is already in English. And even the Netflix movies or whatever that are German or Austrian, in Netflix, they don't have subtitles. So it's the worst, you know? Like I try to watch a German film and they don't have subtitles in any language, not even in German. So, yeah. Yeah, I really wanted to start trying to live stream to see how this works because I think I need to start doing stuff more often. So I'm not sure I can do something funny because I still have 2 weeks before I can start drinking. So maybe then I'll do funny stuff. Oh, hola, hola, Isidora. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like the chat or at least the stream must have some kind of lag. But yeah, this is funny. I'm not used to talking that much, but how long has this been going for? 20 minutes. Wow, it's pretty long. Yeah, so that's the main thing. Right now, I'm planning what to do for New Year's. I'm still for New Year's and my next travels. Everything is so close here. that there are so many opportunities. I haven't seen anything of Austria other than Vienna and Graz. So maybe I should start going places, like going to the mountains. Everyone goes skiing now in the winter because it's like the national sport, but I kind of hate it because I feel like I will die. I haven't been skiing for like 15 years and I was never good at it. Even though I think it must be fun, I don't know. It's not in my blood, I guess. And the next trip is supposed to be me going to Croatia. Probably for New Year's. I'm still not sure on the exact dates. Need to get permission from work to go. And that's, yeah, should be okay because everyone's taking days off for Christmas and whatever. And yeah. Yeah, the thing is that for me, skiing, it's like I never learned how to ride that bike. Like, imagine that you pretty much always almost died riding that bike. You wouldn't be pretty, you wouldn't really want to ride it again, you know? So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure I will go to ski. Maybe I'll find something, you know? There must be a lot of winter activities here. And while everyone is skiing, I can just do something else. Am I hanging out with friends? Yeah, a friend from Chile is gonna come. Is gonna come to Croatia, Roberto. So I'll hang out with him and his family. He's supposed to come. I mean, that's what he told me. So, so I hope once I get permission from work to go, I will be there with him. It would be nice to be with friends from Chile because everyone else here is going back home, obviously, because everything is closed in Europe. But I don't want to go back home because it's too far away. So yeah, it will be cool to be with people I know for many years and to be with like this feeling of, I don't know, familiarity, and it would be great. I'm really excited about that. So I guess tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I need to ask for permission at work now that it's confirmed on their side. I'm always terrible at asking for permission to do anything. I should be more focused. Favorite movie of 2019? I really liked The Joker. It was pretty good. I watched it. I never go to the movies, but I went and watched it in the cinema, and it was pretty great. The acting was amazing. Yeah, it was pretty good. I want to watch it again. I feel like it won't be that impressive watching it for a second time, but it might be. You know, the acting was really good. The story was probably the best superhero or comic film ever. It was really well done. And I also liked The Irishman. It was pretty good. There are some scenes that are kind of dodgy, that were not done very well, but overall the story is amazing. The acting is fantastic, but I really liked the underlying theme and how it compares to Scorsese's previous works, because it's also in this mafia world. And that would be, yeah, those. I don't watch a lot of new films because I never go to the movies, so I just wait for them to show up on Netflix. And I'm not into watching stuff illegally because the quality is never that good. So yeah, those are. Oops. No, I haven't said any spoilers, have I? No. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a good film. Those are two good films, and you should watch them. The Irishman is pretty long though, and it might seem kind of slow in the beginning. It took me forever to finish, like a whole day. But it's pretty good when you think about it. And yeah, I don't know if in Croatia they have Christmas markets. It's probably too beachy. But I should go here. I went to Christmas markets in Vienna. It was pretty nice. I haven't been in Graz, but I should go. I always say, I always leave things for the weekend, and then I never do them during the weekend. During the weekend, I'm doing other stuff like, I don't know, watching the NFL or whatever. And yeah, I need to make plans. I need to be more organized and, go through with my plans. And in Croatia, I'll be going to Zagreb and Split. Yeah. I need to buy the bus tickets, but I'll do that after I get permission from work. Or, well, not really permission, just letting them know, because I can't buy that stuff before. How do I say Christmas markets? I know that. I took a picture. You said Christkindl something? Baby Jesus market, I guess. Wait, I have a photo. No, I don't have a photo. It's like Christkindl market. No? No, that's Christmas, right? I don't know. Yeah, see, that's what I said. Christkindl market. Baby Jesus market. So yeah. Yeah, it's probably different in Germany. Austria does a lot of their own weird words that I like better because I think it's funny. Oh, danke. For the pronunciation thing. And I have not tried Glühwein because I'm not drinking. But I did have some punch, alcohol-free punch. So it was pretty good because in Chile, punch is just like wine with fruits that you just put like fruits, like, I don't know, an orange in the wine or whatever, and you drink it. So I thought it would be something like that. And I was like, if it doesn't have wine, what is it? Just like grape juice? And no, it was pretty good. I must admit, I was pretty surprised. So hopefully the Christmas markets last until after New Year's, so I can try some Glühwein. And yeah, there are a lot of Austrian words that are pretty funny, and I really like them. I think that if I spoke with a Styrian accent, because Graz is in Styria, like if I spoke with that accent, I would sound hilarious and more authentic, because I would speak like a farmer. I would love it. But it's a pretty hard accent to understand. Because even when they write it, I feel like it's kind of like Chilean, that even when you write it, you don't write it like normal German. It's like a messed up, like, I don't know, messed up German. Weihnachtsmarket. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably better description of what it is. I was also surprised. A friend at work told me that there's this thing, Krampus or whatever it's called, like this demon guy, and like 2 weeks ago or something, people go around punching you and beating you up, at least in the countryside or something. I don't know if that's a thing, but she told me this, and that people really go out and like beat you up for whatever reason. And then apparently they made it illegal because people died or something. I don't know. Austria is a funny place. It would not surprise me if it was the case that someone died. That's horrible. Campuslauf. Yeah. See, they beat people up. Should have been illegal decades ago, like smoking in bars. I thought Austria was like the epitome of civilization, like everyone's living a perfect life, no one harms each other. And then you go into a bar and you get cancer immediately, like lung cancer, and then you go out and it's snowing, and people beat you up. Sounds pretty horrible. But I haven't had any of that. So far, I haven't met Austrians that are that bad. Everyone seems nice. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Favorite Christmas food? I don't really have a favorite Christmas food. I don't even know what we normally eat in Chile for Christmas. Turkey, potatoes. That's what we have. Yeah. So here I've tried a few like sweet things that are Christmassy, but I'm not really into sweets. So it's been kind of hard to get used to it. Like Austrian people are really proud of their sweets, but since I'm not a big fan of them, of sweet stuff in general, I feel like I can't appreciate everything that this country has to offer. Ouch. Pavo, yeah. Yeah, we eat turkey for Christmas in Chile. It's pretty good. I don't know what I'll have for Christmas here, but probably a kebab. That would be pretty good. Or pizza. Or both. Yeah. What do I miss the most about life before Graz? I don't know. I feel like I miss my friends and family, but I still would rather be here, if that's a weird thing. Because in Chile, at least, I felt kind of stuck. Like I couldn't get out of there, at least at what I was doing at work or whatever. Like I felt like I couldn't keep learning more. And now at least every day is a challenge, because even just going out randomly, I need to speak a language I don't fully understand. I do. In Chile, I miss the bread. That is something I miss. Austrians are also really proud of their bread, and I don't know why, because it's not as good as in Chile. So yeah. Other than that, I don't really miss anything. I miss big cities, kind of. Like, not really, but once a month. I think like I should be in a big city right now, because Graz is really small. And obviously not like Vienna or Berlin. It's like a small town, university town. So there's still kind of things to do, but not for old people like me. Like if you're in university and you make friends, yeah, it's an amazing city, I guess. Yeah, there are, Graz is kind of similar to Chile, to Santiago at least, that you look anywhere and there's like hills everywhere. They're not big mountains. Like in Chile, you have the Andes, but you still have a lot of mountains and hills. Like during the summer, I said I would. Like I feel like that's a thing with me. Like I always leave things for later and then I never do them. Like in the summer, I always said that I would go trekking more often. I only went once. But yeah, mountains are like whenever a Chilean person goes anywhere, it's hard because you don't see mountains anywhere and it feels like something is missing and you don't know what it is. And it's because in Santiago there's mountains that surround the whole city. And it's like they they protect you or something, but not in most places in Europe. But Austria is very mountainy. There are a lot of mountains, a lot of skiing, and that's something else that reminded me of Graz. I mean, that's another thing of Graz that reminded me of Santiago, and that I noticed this past week was that it's also kind of surrounded by hills, and you can see all of the smog that gets stuck in the middle of the city. Like everyone always said how Graz is so polluted, and I could never see it. I was like, yeah, I come from Santiago. Santiago is messed up. And now for the first time I saw it, it was like pretty gross because I kind of live on the outsides of the city center. And it did get pretty polluted. So I hope it rains more often in the winter. And yeah, mountains are great. I wish I escaped to the mountains more often. I don't know why I don't like sweets. Like there was a point where I really liked them a lot. Kind of, not really, but some sweets. But then it was too much, and now I just can't eat sweets. Maybe sometimes I eat some chocolate. Something sweet that I eat every day is muesli. It's kind of sweet, I guess, if it has some fruit. I'm also not into fruits. So, yeah, I'm just a big fan of savory stuff like pizza and cheese. I would rather be full on that. I have not been to Innsbruck. Everyone says it's like perfect for the winter. I don't know if there's anything there in the summer. Maybe it is. It's probably a big city. But I should go. Because, in Europe, it's this strange thing that some place that's 2 hours away or 200 kilometers away feels like it's another country. And in Chile, 200 kilometers away, it's like next door. People go to cities or beaches 200 kilometers away all the time. It's not really uncommon, but here it's like going to Vienna is like going to another country. Like no one does it. Everyone just stays in their city. So I should go. I'll make plans, probably. We should do a trip there. It would be pretty cool. Yeah, way too far away. Like even Maribor, that's like 20 minutes away or 30 minutes away. I've never been there. And I know people in Vienna that live in Vienna and they have never been to Bratislava, which is like 1 hour away, and it's another country, another capital. That is weird. And it's like 15 euros both ways on a bus. And resolutions. I do have a lot of resolutions for 2020. I've been thinking a lot lately about what to do, with my life and everything. And it's not, I don't know, it's not easy because you have to think of in the short term and in the long term, like 5 years and 10 years. But I've been doing some plans about life, mostly also about money, because I've been listening to a lot of personal finance podcasts. So I've been making plans with money and also about making music. I already have like kind of set up something. I want to do live streams more often, maybe with music, recording stuff, playing shows. I want to play at least a couple of shows in Europe. Because in Chile, it's not that it's easy, but it's simple to just organize something with friends. But here, where I don't really know that many people, it's hard to organize stuff. But it would be cool to do a little tour of Europe. Everything is close. I can tour like 4 countries in a weekend or something. So that would be nice. My biggest resolution right now is to be at a B1 or B2 level by June in German, I mean, so that I don't need to speak English at all. It's taken me so long to even be kind of decent that I really should put more effort into it. It's not easy, but do you guys have any resolution ideas? Because my biggest one for this year was, for 2019, was to get out of Chile. That was the first one. The second one was to a country where I didn't speak the language. The second one, and then to lose weight and to not drink. Those are 4. I've lost like 15 kilos, so I'm good there. I did my biggest resolutions, I think, most of them. So I should make better ones for next year that are just as ambitious, because I had been trying to lose weight forever in Chile, but the bread is so good that it's impossible. There is like a famous lake in Austria. I mean, I don't know really. I just remember that before coming here, I was watching Band of Brothers, which is like about World War II. And spoiler alert, the Americans win the war, and at the end they're like in a lake in Austria. And it was like really beautiful. At least how it looks in the show, it's amazing. You're like, wow, this place really exists. I'm not sure. I don't know how it's called. See am See, something like that. I don't remember. It's close to Salzburg, which is where, I don't know. I think it's where the Hitler had his, I don't know, house or headquarters. I don't know. So yeah, I said I wanted to go during the summer, but then during the summer is when I started kind of getting more hours at work, and I just couldn't go. Maybe next summer I'll go. Go to mass every Sunday? No. Like I would like to, but not really, because I don't have the patience to listen to people talk for that long. So yeah, Eagle's Nest. Yeah, I think it was like that, something like that. So at the end, they just get there, and apparently close to that is this lake, and it's amazing. There's also this picture, like if you Google Easy Company, which is the name of the soldiers or the group of soldiers in that show, and you put it like Eagle's Nest or whatever, like there's a photo of the actual guys during the war. So that's pretty good. And yeah, most of my resolutions anyways will be about music and trying to stay here for longer. In Austria or Europe, I mean. Mostly Austria. I quite like it here. It's taken me a while to settle down, but I feel like once I make like a good, decent group of friends and I start making music, it will be better. That's the thing. Like I realize that when I make music and like advance on those projects, I'm happier than when I don't do them. Because then when I don't do them and 6 months go by, I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything music related in 6 months. It kind of sucks because it's really fun. And now I need to start working on that. And yeah, this week I'm gonna send like quote requests to different studios, because I have like 40 songs that I want to record, but I'll start with 2. And the thing is that since I don't have a lot of friends here, I mean musician friends, it will be, I need to hire everyone. I need to hire a drummer, I need to hire a guitar player, a bassist, a guitar, everything, a keyboard player. And yeah, I should do collaborations. I've really tried. Like with most of my friends, I have a lot of projects in mind, but they never. It's not that they wanna. It's not that they don't wanna. I think they're just like everyone has kind of their own things in life, so that sucks. Because I really want to. I have so many ideas in mind, and obviously doing collaborations makes it easier, makes it cheaper, and makes it more fun in the end. Because one of the things that I like the most about music is like this feeling of friendship and everyone's just having fun. So I hope I can start more collaborations with people everywhere. The cool thing is that you don't need to be in the same place to collaborate. You can just do it online, like through here. You can do a Skype call and write a song with a friend or whatever. So I hope I can do that soon. I just need to start, The thing is that you kind of have to force people to do it and to commit. It's not easy for them to commit to stuff. It's not easy for me either. Because in the end, music is obviously it's kind of like a passion, so to speak, but it's also, so in the end, it always goes toward the last in a list of priorities. Like you have friends and family and work, and music is just fun. It's like going to the gym. You just have to force yourself to go and have a routine and everything. So yeah, I will. And yeah, thank you guys for joining. I think I should start working on my music now, and send more emails to request quotes. That would actually be cool. Like it's 11, almost 11, so I should probably do it. And then I'll get answers maybe this week. And yeah, I would really like to do music. I already have plans. I want to release 2 singles and 4 other songs in an EP. And then I'll hopefully this year. That would be cool. That's my plan at least. And so yeah, thank you for joining me. Join me more often. I'll try to do this more often, definitely. So yeah, it would be cool to see you guys again. And that's it. Thank you. Hope to see you guys soon, all of you. Thank you. I don't know how this works, but oh. Gute Nacht.